Hey guys, what is up? You're going to be movie this time for a sci-fi film. Midnight Special. This is a sci-fi mystery film written and directed by Jeff Nichols, starring Michael Shannon, Joel Edgerton, Kirsten Dunst, Jaden Lieberher. If I pronounce any names wrong, comment below pronunciation. Adam Driver, Bill Camp, Scott Hayes, Sam Shepard, Paul Sparks, David Jensen, along with other people. And this movie is about like a father and son, as well as I guess the father's friend, basically being out on the run from the government because the government wants the son, who they believe wants the son because he is supposedly he's not part of this world. He has these special powers, and of course like the father wants to help get to us help the help his son get to a certain place, and of course he's on the run for the law, basically avoiding the law as well as picking some other, trying to get some help along the way. And we have our movie. Yes, I was excited for it. I put it on excited for my category for most anticipated films of 2016 because I've heard great things about Jeff Nichols. Unfortunately, I haven't yet seen like Shotgun Stories, Take Shelter, or Mud, but it's had a lot of promise to it. I liked the trailer, the first one. I liked how vague it was. Had a very good cast in there. It actually just came out last year, but unfortunately couldn't because of, I guess, competition for Star Wars. And it had a lot of promise to it. And I was pretty excited when this movie was coming out. And coming out of it, I liked it. This is my introduction to Jeff Nichols, and maybe it's not as strong as it could have been, but still, I liked it. And I want to check out his other stuff. So let's get to my positives. What works this movie? The acting is very good. Everyone in this cast does a very good job of they're just really good. Michael Shannon is, of course, this guy's collaborated with Nichols several times, and of course he is fantastic in this movie. He offers up a lot of good. You see a guy who's just paranoid, and you really see that he's a guy who really cares for his son and really wants to achieve that goal and make sure he gets to the place he wants to be. He is very paranoid, however, and also he's not sometimes very untrusting, or sometimes he's just really he's a little too overprotective, but however, it's understandable. You understand why he's like that. Joel Edgerton is, of course, really good as well. Of course, once again, he's also pretty protective. However, he doesn't have as much knowledge as, the thing is, involving him, he's more dragged into this situation because, unfortunately, he's basically assisting his friend, and only knows something about involving Michael Shannon's son. He doesn't know everything about it, but he knows the more basic details, I guess, and he's just learning more as it goes on with the journey. Kirsten Dunst is Michael Shannon's wife, I believe. She is very good as well. It's nice seeing Kirsten Dunst in a movie for a while and not seeing damsel in distress. I do like the first Spider-Man films. I love the first two Spider-Man films, but whatever. And it's not always making jokes about it. It's nice seeing her in a good film as well. Nice seeing her in a film again. She is, of course, very good. She is very she adds a lot of I don't know about she's basically kind of more like Michael Shannon, basically very worried for their son and really worried that the government might catch up to them. So basically very concerned as well, and she does a very good job conveying that emotion very well. Adam Driver was also really good as one of the workers, one of the government officials that tries to help locate the boy. He added some kind of humor. He did add some humor to the film, and he was fine. And I thought he was pretty good for the most part. He also is definitely pretty smart, and he's also a pretty understanding person. And I definitely did like him. Overall, he was pretty good. He did add some humor to the film, and hey, not bad. The kid, Jaden, he's really good. This is one of the best child performances I've seen all year. I don't know if it is my favorite, but it is definitely very good. He definitely really succeeds. What I really like about him is that he manages to I really managed to really buy him as a kid who's very special in a way. And I really liked him. He has a lot of good nuance to the role. He's also very good in the emotional scenes. And I definitely really liked the kid for what he was. He's also a pretty well written character or whatever. One thing for sure, there's a lot of good emotion in this movie. One thing about this movie, there's a lot more to this. They add a lot more weight to it. A lot of good new drama to this film. The emotion is very strong. There is this one very scene that actually got me very teary-eyed. You may have seen one of the trailers. It's involving Jane's powers going out of control. I'm not going to spoil it after that, but just that scene alone, what happened, Shannon tries comforting him. That was a very emotional scene. It worked pretty well. They do add a lot of good drama to the movie. It works very well. A lot of good depth. Also, I have to say, there's also some pretty good suspense as well, I guess you can put it. There's some pretty good tension as well whenever the situation starts sometimes escalating out of control or something comes up. and it definitely puts you on edge, and mostly because I actually care about these characters and I care about what they're doing here, because it really does work very, I think it really works effectively because I actually get to care about these characters, I understand what they're doing, and I want to achieve their goal. Also, I have to say I do like the music. It's pretty good. You know, like dun 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 dun. It definitely reminds me a bit. According to like what Jeff Nichols has said, this is kind of like a homage to the 1980s John Carpenter chase movies. I'm wondering if this is like also kind of almost like homaging the theme for Halloween. I don't really remember if Nichols for the main theme of the movie used synthesizers, but I remember that John Carpenter did use that. He did use a piano and synthesizers, so I don't know. I mean, can you remember that? If so, comment below because I don't really remember. I like the music; it was pretty cool. It definitely fits the tone as well, which is definitely how the best music. Another thing I definitely liked was I definitely like the action scenes. It's a very slow burning movie, but there are some chase sequences. There's some action scenes, really chase sequences, and there's like one hand-to-hand combat scene. I guess that was pretty well done. It actually was kind of suspenseful, and what follows of that was also pretty suspenseful. The chase sequences are well filmed. There's some solid camera work. The camera work is very smooth. The edits, there's no excessive cutting or editing. It really it's smooth cuts and edits, and it looks really nice. And I can definitely see, after seeing the chase sequences in this film and the action scenes, I can definitely see why Nichols was being considered to direct Aquaman. I definitely see why. It's also nice seeing this is his first studio production, and hey, it's pretty good. One thing I also have to say is, one thing I do like about the film is it is drenched in mystery, and they don't answer they don't answer everything. And actually, the characters, when we are dropped in a situation, the characters. See, here's the thing about this film: they don't rely on exposition when explaining stuff. Basically, the characters, they basically tell us what they already know. They don't tell us. They don't speak directly to the audience. They just tell us what they know and what they need and what they want to say, and you understand. They don't really. There's not much details revealed because there's no exposition, which I really admire. But yeah, I'll probably get to that later. My cons later. Overall, I do have to say I do like how they managed to not rely on mundane exposition to explain things, and how they basically let the characters be the characters and let them retain the knowledge that they have gained, at the start of the film and as it has gone on. I have to admire that. There's also some special effects work used. Some of it's pretty good, I guess, for the most part. This is an $18 million budget, and some of it is pretty good. I won't deny that. Not perfect, but I'll get to that later with my cons. Okay then, so let's get to my cons. My only real cons with this film, I mean, you could say some special effects can be a little bit iffy at some points. For me, they were fine. They're not awful. They're fine. My only real complaint can be how the film kind of concludes a bit. There are some unanswered questions, and I know they're not trying to answer every question. We don't need every question answered, but there are some I wish were answered. I know not every question is our main priority, but at the same time, you should answer some for us. I know it's nice. I understand what Nichols was trying to do, leaving it a bit vague for us. And oh yeah, let me watch my pauses for a bit. Yes, there's some great emotional moments between Michael Shannon and Jaden. There's lots of good emotional moments. You really buy they've shared great chemistry. You really buy that father-son dynamic, and I really admire that. What else? What are positives? Just in case just so I don't have to backtrack again. There was a hand-to-hand combat scene that was pretty well done, I guess. I like Sam Shepard, but there's not much I can say about him. Overall, I really liked him. Let's go back to cons. Yeah, this movie is kind of a mystery, so there are some unanswered questions left, and I can definitely see that being a problem for some people. For me, I understand why, but I wasn't completely satisfied either. I can see the climax is not as strong as it could have been. Overall, I can understand why. There is some distracting lens flare, but during a scene near the end, and I can see why. The build up to the climax was going to be hard to do, and doing it like that, I can understand why he did it like that. It definitely fits more the tone, I guess, of the film, but still not as strong an effect as I thought as it could have been, which is pretty unfortunate. I have to say, sometimes he can go. Sometimes John Shang can take things a little too far. Sometimes I understand his reasoning, but that doesn't excuse the fact that he can go a little too far sometimes. It only happened a few. From what I remember, it only happened a few times, so it never really killed the movie for me. Um, yeah, I would say, yeah. Unfortunately, this could be a little problematic for some people who are. This is a pretty good mystery, but unfortunately, the mystery came a little bit frustrating for some people because, like for example, the characters never really speak to the audience whenever like they're doing like there's no exposition, like I said. They just basically they basically tell us what they know. So they don't always. So some of them know more, but they're not really telling us that because if so, if they're trying to tell a character about that, and sometimes they're talking to characters that already know some of this stuff, so they'd be taken to the audience if they did that. So I really have to admire Jeff Nichols for avoiding that. But unfortunately, there are some unanswered questions. That's really my main complaint. It's just that there are some unanswered questions, and the climax is not as strong as it could have been. But overall, guys, I did like the film. It has, the kid is very good in the film. I definitely like the chase sequences. I really like how the performances are great. It really adds, I really like what Nichols adds to this movie. It really adds a lot more depth to it. I mean, emotional depth. I really have to give a lot of credit to that.
Are you taping?
Yes.
Oh, shit, well, I'm trying to find a movie.
Yeah, sorry, my sister interrupted. So, yeah, let's get back to it. Yes, I did like the film. Overall, I was happy with it. I know he's coming out with a new film called Loving, which has been doing so great with the reviews at the Cannes Film Festival, which, hey, great, I'm excited for that. It also has Joel Edgerton and Michael Shannon in it. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a very well-made film. It's pretty entertaining, has some good action sequences. The acting is great. The special effects are pretty good. And overall, I liked it. Now, I wasn't 100% satisfied, unfortunately, and unfortunately, like it won't. And unfortunately, how the film was all made upset some people, but overall, I still liked it. I'm gonna give Midnight Special a 4 out of 5. I hope you may give it a chance and check it out because I think it is definitely worth some of your time, especially if you want to see something a bit different in terms of sci-fi. And also if you want to start getting into Jeff Nichols. I don't know if this is the best way to start, but I haven't yet seen, you know, Mud, Shotgun Stories, or Take Shelter yet, so we'll wait and see. Anyways, guys, my review for Midnight Special. Comment below. What did you think about it? What is your favorite Jeff Nichols film? How do you compare those to other Jeff Nichols films? Are you excited for Loving? I guess I am. And I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more videos.